what is a shoulder in? A shoulder in is a lateral movement that has two components to it. You have bend and you have angle. But first, to understand the bend and the angle is, what are we doing with the horse? So what we're doing is we're asking the horse to bring its shoulder off of the rail. So I've come up to the rail here, I've stopped along the rail. Now we're going to use the rail as our reference point and the inside of the arena. So when you hear shoulder in, that means the shoulder goes to the inside and the hind end goes out some. So you can either move the hind end out to get your angle, or you can move your shoulder in. The easiest one is to move the hind end over. So your angle is how much do you bring the shoulder off the rail to the inside, that's why it's called shoulder in, or how much do you bring the hind end out. So for this, I'm just going to ask her to move her hind end out instead of her shoulder in. So the more I bring her hind end to the rail, the more it increases the angle. So that's what I mean by angle, is how much do I take her sideways, but I'm still going down the rail. So now you see her hind end's closer to the arena rail and the shoulders off the rail. So that means the shoulders to the inside. Now the second part of that is bend. Bend is what's going on from the pole to her tail. Does she have a banana shape in her back? And that is to the inside or away from the direction of travel. So we're traveling down the rail this way. I'm going to bend her to the inside. So the angle goes to the inside and then the bend goes to the inside. Or another way to think of the bend is away from the direction of travel. So we're traveling this way and you're going to bend your horse away from that traveling. So if I go walk off here, and I'll go just turn around and you can see it as I go away. I'm going to pretend like my rail's here, the hind end's closer to the rail and the shoulder is off the rail. Now I'll just turn and do it down the fence here so you can see it from the front. So as I go down the rail, I ask the hind end to go closer to the rail. That's my angle, and now the bend is bent to the inside or away from the direction of travel. I'm traveling this way, so I'm bent away from the direction of travel. If I was bent in the direction of travel, then it would be a haunches in, and we'll talk about that in a future video. So again, my rail's over here, so I'm shoulder in. The inside of my arena is here. Right now, pretending, because my rail's over here, that means the shoulders to the inside. Now what a lot of people get confused with when they're in a shoulder in position, that this is a shoulder in because the shoulder is open here. That's more of a haunches in, because the bend is in the direction of travel. So you want to make sure the horse is bent away from the direction you're going, and now you're asking the angle by bringing the shoulder off the rail or the hind end to the rail. The easier one is to bring the hind end to the rail. So that's the angle. Now if you watch, I want you to see the ideal shoulder in angle is a 3-track. And that means the inside hind is in the same line of travel as my outside front. That would be a 3-track shoulder in. You can go to a 4-track and that's still okay. Some horses that's good. But if you start getting more than a 4-track, and a 4-track means that each foot is on its own path. That's a steeper angle. And if you start going more than that, it's going to be more of a sideways than it is a shoulder in, which a shoulder in has a lifting and suppling effect. So I'm going to walk down here and put her in a 3-track shoulder in. So if you look at each leg, the outside hind is its own track, the outside front and inside hind are its own track, and I'll do the same thing going back down. And then the inside front, that's a 3-track. Now if I increase the angle to there, now it's going to be more of a 4-track. Each foot is going on its own path. In the future videos, I'm going to talk more about how to do this, but for right now, I'm just giving you what is a shoulder in and why would you want to use this. So go play with it and let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next video.